This is Tom Dillon, the Lifetime Liberal, and today is Monday, February 17th, 2020. And on President's Day, this rant is entitled, "Why Can't a Democratic Woman Be Nominated to Run for President in 2020? So even though Amy Klobuchar has been going up quite a bit, her overall numbers are way, way down. Elizabeth Warren had a good run for a little while. She's way, way down. And I kind of find it ironic that this would be the year, to me, where we can get rid of the white guys and have a woman coalesce, bring in the whole Democratic Party, go against Trump and win. But it doesn't seem to be holding that way. And if I talk about just Elizabeth Warren here first, let me just point out that I'm kind of confused in the sense that you have one guy who's 37 years old, who's been a mayor of a town of 11,000, who's getting all this attention and all this money, and he's spouting out basically some Republican talking points about the debt. Then you have another old white guy, Bernie, who had a heart attack in October, is going to be 79 when he became president, if he becomes president, I believe, and hasn't given out any type of medical stuff on his current condition and how he's doing. I don't know about that. And also, I have nothing against him being a socialist, but that has a lot of negative connotations here in the United States. And he really hasn't. He's been on the far left. Yes, he's advocated for a lot, but how many times, in the House and Senate, if you really want to get things done, you have to do some compromise. Now, old Joe has said he's done some compromising, but how much can you compromise with the Republicans the way things are going today? Joe's a two-time loser back from '88 and in 2008. Remember, he didn't want to run in 1992 because no one thought they could beat Poppy Bush. And of course, what did Bill Clinton prove? He could do it. Now, here's another thing. All of this stuff about Biden, Buttigieg, and Bernie, and let's just take Bernie for an example. Oh, he thinks that all of a sudden there's this magical thing where all of these people are going to come out and vote, and it's going to be the vast majority of people that haven't voted before that are going to come out and vote for him. And of course, that hasn't shown up to be true. In fact, in 2018, when we had a huge turnout and the majority went for the Democrats by, I believe, about 9 million votes altogether, is that most of them weren't necessarily people who didn't vote in 2016 and then voted in 2018. No, it was those who did vote in 2016 and crossed over in 2000 excuse me, they crossed over in 2018. So they were switchers, so to speak, and they couldn't stand Trump, and that's why they did it. The thing is, how much can that hold come 2020 with all of the things that I mentioned in my last rant that are going on? Now, Elizabeth Warren has gone out there. She's put out tremendous amounts of proposals, like them or don't like them. She's put them out there. She's shown the numbers. And she's even, and again, a lot of this is aspirational because guess what? Everybody turns towards the center when you get near the election. Trump won't do that, but every Democrat has and every Republican has before that. They need to make some compromises for electability. That has always been happening. And Bernie is not showing that he can draw the new voters. Pete is holding on to the center. There's always been a center. But again, Elizabeth Warren has been out there. She's thrown out a lot of stuff. And my question is she really being taken down because she's a woman? I've mentioned this at least 2 times before, because even she has said, and now AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has basically said, is that, hey, we're not going to be able to get Medicare for all in the first term. It's an aspirational thing. It may come out later on. Nancy Pelosi has basically stipulated, we're not going to go after Trump, even though I think that they will go after some in the House. They'll have more hearings on that stuff. But they want the election to be about health care, health care, health care. And if you can get Medicare for all, then you can get Medicare for all. If you can't, and you got to make Obamacare better and then continue to chip away at Obamacare to make it even better than that, that's what you have to do. But the 3 white guys aren't showing me anything in here, and it seems as if there is a real pull against both Amy Klobuchar and Elizabeth Warren, that this is not the time to elect a woman. And my point is, if not now, when? This is the time. I think any woman could draw that whole Democratic coalition together, go against Trump and beat the crap out of him. And that's what we need to do, because if it's a close race and you're going against a socialist and you're throwing out homophobic slurs and all of that kind of stuff, and it's a close race, Trump won't acknowledge that he lost. So we need someone to bring it all together. We need to have a historic crushing of this monstrosity. And in my humble opinion, it needs to be a woman that can bring all of this together. I don't know why this isn't happening, and I certainly wish that it will.